What does it mean to run the damn ball?
Man, I never really thought about that question. I'd say to run the damn ball is to just give it your all. You know what I mean? The way it just flows when you say run the damn ball is just like put everything aside, clear your mind, that mental block, and just go for it, man.
Well, here we go, guys. Welcome back to Run the Damn Ball. This is your host, Daniel Magnuson. I got Colby Camelin with me today, also Caroline Sukstorf. And if you watched our video from last week that we did, where we were around the Haymarket rail yard interviewing fans, you would have seen Caroline on the video. Colby was the cameraman, and so that was a good time. Hopefully we can do that again. So, yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah, that was great.
Maybe for like the Georgia Southern game. I know we talked about that, but we could probably talk about that a little bit. But we got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Last week, Colby and I were in Montana. We're going to talk about our trip. Caroline is currently on the clock for her job and left to be here for the podcast. So that's pretty cool. And also, Nebraska plays this weekend in Ireland. So we got to talk about that too. So we'll start off with the spring game video. Did your parents happen to watch that?
No, I don't think they did. I send them too many links for them to care about everything that I send them, but I probably should send it again.
Yeah, my parents didn't like the Scott Frost getting away with murder question.
You know, when that text came in, that was not good. Dan was like, we might have to take that down.
No way.
I was like, nah, you got to keep that on there.
No way.
It's just a genuine, like, is he above the law question.
Right. Why'd they think it was
They're just really, my parents are, like, very nice people, and they just probably thought it was a little bit over the line, which it maybe it was, but
No
I
way.
don't think it was.
And if little Mr. Scott Frost can't take the heat, then get out of here. If he's going to get offended by people saying that he'd get away with murder because he's a axe murderer on the side, then I don't care.
We didn't even accuse him of doing it. We're just like, we could have said, could Scott Frost get away with tax evasion? It's like the same thing, but we said murder because it's funnier.
Right.
I like the last person we got on camera, Sammy. She just was like on one. She just rattling off every answer so fast. She was like, yeah, honestly, like we don't really like our Coach Frost. And I was just like, all right, I wasn't gonna say. I mean, I like him because I want to see him succeed, but
no, I think everyone I interviewed in that video I knew from like freshman year, and somehow I saw them all at the Haymarket at the same time. And so I see Sammy, and she's like from St. Louis and knows a lot about sports. And so I was like, Sammy, get in here. And then I was like, we got to rep the girls. We got to give us a better rep because half of these girls said that Oklahoma was still in our conference. So, and she's like, boom, 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 spitting off the answers, and was like, mic drop in the end. I love her. Yeah.
My favorite part of the video was probably when Sophia jumped in the frame, and then she like quickly saw she was in frame and was like, like got out. But like I saw so many people that wanted to be on camera after we ran out of card space.
I know.
And I was like, we could have made so much more, but
I was pissed, but also I wanted to go drink, so.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny too. In the background, there would be people like making faces, and after I'd put the camera down, I'd be like, "Do you want to be in it?" They're like, "Oh no!" I'm like, "No." It's like, what are you doing?
You're interviewing some girl, and like some guy she was with was just mansplaining. Like, I'm not big on like, oh, this guy's mansplaining, but the guy was legitimately just mansplaining every answer to her. I'm like, dude, can you like get out of the?
Piss off, yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully we can do that again.
Yeah.
With the weather being nice in September.
I want to do it semi-hammered next time. I feel like the flow, not necessarily that I would be speaking any clearer, but just the energy would be wicked.
Like, to be in the rail yard. The funny thing is that those are the rail and the rail yard are two separate places in Lincoln.
Right.
But to be in the rail yard, you have to be like 2 beers deep. So I was about 2 beers deep the whole time.
I think I was like 2 beers deep, but it was over like 3 hours after I got there. So
yeah, I was struggling, and then after we put the camera down, I was like, "It's go time."
It's go time. I got wicked that day. I turned into a laser. It was tough.
One of our
Tough at the end of the
friends,
day.
shout out to Emma, decided to throw ice cubes at people from the balcony.
She picked up.
Wait,
no.
Emma,
I was like, hey, let's not do that. She's like, it's funny, they like it. And I looked down and everyone was like flipping her off, and I'm just like, yeah, they don't.
wait,
They
for
don't.
Bruggy?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
we'll dox her. Yeah.
What make my Bruggy?
I-
No one knows what that is. Oh shit.
I
Whatever.
just ended up going home, getting McDonald's. I think I got McDonald's 3 times that day. Ate it once. No, listen. I ate it once, but I had to go 3 separate times for the people I was with because I was driver as always. And then finally we ended up I think we ended up going back out to the bars. But the bars that day were wicked. It was, I mean, game day bars are always kind of wicked, but I saw a kid take a burrito out of the trash and eat it that day. It was a different kind of wicked. And so it was an early night for me, for sure.
I just remember there were so many of my freshman year friends, even friends that had transferred. I had a friend from Minnesota, Ben Fraley. He literally drove down just for the game, just because he knew this is the last time he's gonna hang out with all of us still in school and stuff. So yeah, that was a crazy day. But we can move on. So last week, Colby finished his internship in Oregon, so I decided to just fly out there to Portland, and then we drove all the way from Portland back to Nebraska. We didn't take a normal route though. We went to Montana first because my dad's cousin Janice, shout out Janice, and her cat knows her,
Yeah. Units.
and Amy too, her daughter. We had a great time with them. Just hung out, went to national parks, went to a lake. They just put us on a boat with some people we'd never met before. They're like, yeah, we're just going to take you on this big lake. It was all right, sweet.
Yeah.
I have follow-up questions. The cat was a unit. How big is this cat?
We're talking
Close to 20. Right?
Really?
Close to 20 pounds?
Yeah.
I think it was at least 15. But yeah, when it walked, its stomach swayed. It was pretty awesome.
What color was it? I need to.
It was super dark
Oh,
black.
yeah,
It had
it was-
bright green eyes. It was a cute cat.
Wicked.
It will watch me sleep the first night I was there. It was just sitting there just watching me, and I just put my camera out, my sleep paralysis demon. Yeah. But you have some story, Janice and your interactions were so funny, and mine with her, but
Well, it's funny because she's from small town Nebraska, just like me. But one night, or I think it was the last night, we were at this restaurant, and the day before I had told her that I didn't really like corn because she made corn. And so she said something about on the menu there was steak, and she said, "Oh, that's probably what you're gonna get. You know, what a good steak is." And I said, "Actually, I don't really eat steak." And she goes, "No corn, no steak. Are you actually from Nebraska?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh." It's like,
Was she pissed about it, kind of, or?
no, but she's just sassy, and it was funny.
we love
It
Janice.
was hilarious.
I might just send her this podcast. She's such a homie for that whole.
She's the best.
She on the last day, so she has this. She's selling her main house in Kalispell. She has this other lake house that's next to what's that lake called?
Salt Lake.
That's Utah.
It's Flathead.
Why are you in
I think it's
your-
called
no.
Flathead.
Lake. Yeah.
Flathead Lake
Where
in
were you?
Polson,
That's in
Montana.
This is in Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, that lake is so cool.
It was really
It's
cool, man.
clear water.
Whoa.
I
But the night before,
was at something else, but I was like, I don't want to sound like that. But
yeah, she's just like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be on a boat with our friends," and we're like, "Okay," assuming she's gonna come. And then the next day, we get to the house, and she's like, "Oh, they're here. We should go out there." And we're like,
Who are they?
"Okay." Just
Was
two
it
of her
a
friends.
fat boat?
It was a cool boat, nothing crazy.
it
It was
was,
a nice little boat.
yeah, it was really cool.
They were super nice too.
I want to go back there already.
I know.
Wow.
But yeah, she put us on. Yeah, great trip. I just thought it was so funny, the interactions we'd have because we were talking about the most random stuff. I was like, she was saying yeah, there's a difference between the word creek and crick, and I'm like, what is a
What
crick?
is?
And she's like, a crick, and I'm like,
Yeah.
That's
What do you
not helping
mean?
me out.
I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, a smaller version of a creek. I'm like, you mean a stream? And she's like, yeah. Colby's just standing in the corner just laughing.
Have you heard of Crick and Creek?
I've heard people say crick before, but usually it's just a Midwest
Yeah, I
small
just thought-
town thing. But I don't
Right.
think there's a difference. I think it's just a different pronunciation.
Yeah.
I'm going to send this to, I have cousins who think Janice is hilarious. I'm just going to send this to them.
Well, it's funny because I would just watch the whole time. I think Janice for a while thought I was making fun of her, But I was just laughing because her and Daniel are so similar. One of the first conversations that first night was she said something about like organic or some environmental term. And Daniel starts answering what he thinks the word is, and she goes, that's Colby's minor. Don't you think he should answer that? And I was sitting there laughing. I was like, no, it's okay. She's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah.
I forgot about that.
That was so funny.
Her and Daniel have the same sass.
She speaks her mind and has no chill, and I'm that way a lot too. So.
Yeah, it was so funny.
That's funny. Oh boy.
No, I just chugged that body armor edge. So
There was another day when we ate with that. So like they ate breakfast and me and Daniel didn't eat, and we went to move stuff to a storage locker, and it's like 11, and we're going back to the house, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna stop at a gas station and get something. So like we got small stuff or whatever, and we come back to the house, and Jansen's like, what were you guys doing? We're like, oh, we just ate something. She's like, you don't think we're gonna eat today? Or like, it was so funny. We're like, sorry, like. We just got like something small to eat.
Janice is a cat. Like anyway, so that was Montana. Then we got back like a week ago, or maybe it was like Thursday. Anyway, so yeah, as we said before, Caroline is on the clock.
Okay, here's what happened. I need to defend myself in case my boss ever sees this. She
Are you
won't.
gonna get fired for this?
No,
They love her, dude.
I don't think so.
She works at Menards.
Right, Menards. So that's going to be code name for where I work, Menards. I work at Menards, and I woke up this morning with a flat tire. I've had a leaky tire for 3 weeks now. And I just haven't fixed it, and I just keep airing it up. So I was late anyway. I was supposed to be at work at 8. I'm late going in. And then I go out to my car and my tire, it's like rim on the ground flat. Like, not just like, I mean, this thing's toast. So I text my boss. I was like, I lied. And I was like, okay, I didn't fully lie. Okay, I partially lied. I said, I'm so sorry, I'm fixing this right now, but I don't think I'll come into the office. I have an appointment with my advisor at 10 today, so I'll just work from home this morning. Which... the lie part was the advisor appointment at 10.
Hey, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do.
So then she texts me back and she's like, okay, that's fine. That sucks about the tire, but we had that meeting at 10 this morning. You remember, like, so just send us what you've been working on. And I was like, I literally texted back. I was like, shit, sorry. I did not remember that at all. And she was like, that's okay. Like, academics comes first. Your advisor comes first. And I was like, so I feel guilty. I'll just adjust my hours accordingly, so I'll just work more this evening or something from home, and it'll be fine. But I do feel slightly guilty, but not guilty enough to go into work and change my tire. So, also
Valid.
changing tires is that's so lame. Like,
Yeah.
I have changed so many tires in my life. I would rather just not know how, because then at least I could be like, well, I just have to call a tow truck and, like, be that person that's just high maintenance, because I don't want to change a tire for however long it takes me. That's so lame.
Could you patch it, maybe?
I don't know where the leak is. I tried putting, like, soapy water on it or whatever to, like, see.
Oh,
yeah.
I have no idea where the leak is.
I have the same issue right now.
Don't know.
I filled it up yesterday, but...
I have an air compressor. It's just my, like, the port that you put the cigarette lighter into doesn't work in my car either. And so I have to pull up someone else's car to put air into my tire, because the cord also doesn't go more than 5 feet. So there's a couple issues here this morning.
It's a good setup.
But we're here right now.
I'm here now. It's
Yeah. So did we see Ronnie Green's goofy picture yesterday? This man...
Was he in Ireland when he did that?
Yeah, dude.
Most, yes.
My first thought, 1900s Irish golfer. He looks like that episode of Phineas and Ferb, you know, when they build
They
that
go
golf course, or they go to Ireland or Scotland or somewhere.
It's like first side of the family or
Yeah,
something.
and they're all wearing the kilts and golfing. Yeah, boom, that is him.
I thought that, like, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought that they brought in, like, a whole entire wardrobe to his office or something for him to try it on there.
Look at his face in this photo. Like, he's
I gotta
just
look at
he's
this
just trying.
He's
This
slaying.
can't be real. He is.
I'm definitely
slaying.
putting this photo on the People
Yeah.
that watch this video are gonna have to see this.
The funniest part is the open jaw. He is like, look at his mouth. It's open.
You know he's practiced that. They took multiple photos before he said that was the one.
That's the thing. He has an office that has to like approve photos. I know he does because at my work I have that, and
He's the
Someone
chancellor of
approved
UNL,
this.
for those listening, if you don't know, Ronnie Green. I loved how freshman year, like, we got a ton of snow that year. And all the time, like, if we got any snow day, people would, like, post on their story, thanks, Ronnie Green. I'm just like, shut up. Like, it's not.
Did you see the
all I
studs
did.
on the jacket? Because I just noticed those.
Oh.
If he pulls up to the Ireland game looking like that, we're winning the game.
I don't know. I think they might lose the game because of that. Ronald Green
They might not let us play.
might disqualify us. So that was in Ireland then, I assume.
Yeah, gotta be.
Why? When did he go there? It's the first week of classes.
Yeah,
Shouldn't he be here?
We should have another week off of school then. That's not fair.
Thanks, Ronnie Green.
Thanks, Ronnie Green.
Yeah.
God.
But I guess that's all we got to say about him. We're both fifth year seniors, or all three of us are now. Same thing.
4.5.
4.5 for me and Colby.
I'm a full ass fifth year.
We all, I don't know, we all went out last night. We just kind of felt old for a little bit. Then we found our friends.
That was awful. So I went out first week last year, and I went out in a 4XL t-shirt and biker shorts and Crocs, and there was no one out. We were like the only people there. It was a great crowd. Everyone was dressed like that. So I'm like, okay, let's bring that around again. I'm wearing like Old Navy sweatpants and 2003 Winter Olympics shirt tucked into them.
Flex.
Not like a front tuck, a full tuck. I'm like, okay. And we are driving down. Normally we park by J School and we just walk over to Iggy's or something. I was like, there's going to be no one out tonight. So I drive my car up to Iggy's and the line is like 3 bars down. And I was like, no way. I have never, ever, ever seen girls dress like this before. And I was like, it's the first week of classes. I understand. Maybe they want to just get laid first week or I don't know. Just find something. But I was wearing no makeup. I put on glasses. I was like, so not on that vibe. And then we got out. We go to Iggy's and I'm like, hell no, I'm not doing this. That sounds like a nightmare. So we just went to Bar the Bar. Better vibes there, but even still, the people there looked young.
Everyone came from the Sean Kingston concert, which apparently was packed. I mean, you just saw hundreds of people leaving that venue.
Sean Kingston was last night?
Yeah, that was last night. That is why everyone was out.
Oh my god!
Remember when we talked about that last night?
No,
Yeah, me too.
I thought this whole time Sean Kingston was over the weekend.
Yeah, that's why it was so packed. It was last night.
Yeah.
Oh
So like when I walked into Iggy's,
I had no. That makes so much more
Yeah.
sense now. I'm an idiot. Okay. That was last night.
Yep. That's why it smelled like sweat everywhere we went.
That was true. It
So,
also rough BOs.
I remember walking in last night with Mike, and first thing is like, I don't know anyone here. I saw you guys in the back eventually, like outside.
Oh, we're talking about Bar the Bar?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know anyone here. And then like, it hit me like, we walked in and there was no one taking ID.
Mm-mm.
And so then I'm thinking, oh, I bet like herds of freshmen just
Yeah,
walked in
makes
here after the
sense.
Sean Kingston concert. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, I think that's really all we got to say about the Bar. We've talked about that bar a bunch on this, whenever we
Okay,
did the bar
no, I have
cast.
an update on the toilet situation, though.
Oh god.
That toilet has gotten worse, and I did not think I could ever say that. But now, you go in there, the entire toilet paper rod is broken off. So they just had to, like, there's a hole in the wall.
Oh my.
And so they just, like, replace it with one of those, like, free-form standing ones. That is now also bent. And I don't know how that happens. And the sinks don't... There's two... Okay, I need to compose myself. There are 2 soap dispensers right next to each other.
Okay.
Different brands, different sizes,
What?
different elevations. One of them I hit it about 4 times. The tiniest drop of soap was on there. So I go to the other one, and it made the most god-awful noise ever. Like, it sounded like... It sounded like someone was driving over gravel. This thing broke in my hand, fell off the wall. I had to like put it back up. I'm like, awesome. I go to turn on the sink, the trickliest bit of water. And I was like, there's no water flow. Like, no pressure, not even like a full stream. I turn on the hot water. I'm like, maybe it just needs more water on. Makes it worse. I have no idea how it got worse. The door also, now when it's locked, it can still open like a half an inch. New feature.
Oh, y'all lock the girls' bathroom at the bar?
Yeah, because otherwise girls just come, they'll start pounding and then they'll try and like, I don't know how girls get the strength at the bar, but they'll just like body slam into the door and try and open it. And it opens outwards, so it doesn't even work, but.
I walked in the bathroom last night. I went to the bathroom. I'm walking out. I noticed the sink was on the entire time. Someone just left it running. I was like, dang, that's crazy. I walked out.
There was an awful stench there last night by the time we left.
It was bad.
It smelled like everything, like every body function. Oof. It was bad.
Last couple times I've gone there, besides last weekend when they had a DJ. I know you were in Lexington, but shout out Lexington. But yeah, I know that we were there, but like when they have a DJ, like I can dance. It's so fun. But like besides that, like it's just like I just want to be outside. I won't want to be there if it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Daniel was plotting though, so the DJ's up there, and there's like him, his friend, and like two girls, and they go somewhere. I don't know where they went. They step off stage for a second. The second they get off stage, Daniel hops up there and gets behind the booth and starts taking pictures and like hyping up the crowd and stuff. So funny.
So I'm in Lexington. I'm on a boat at the time, and it's a like snap from Daniel. I open it, and it's just him, and he's like, it's just the sea of people, and he's like, any song requests? And I was like, no.
It was so funny.
Then I get a snap from Asa, and they're there together, and I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
Someone came up to me and was like, dang, I didn't know you DJ'd, man. I was like,
Jack of all trades.
Barely.
Wow.
But yeah, we can move on from that. Shout out Reactor Coffee on 2124 Y Street, Lincoln, Nebraska. They have great coffee. We go there sometimes.
Yeah.
They're basically our neighbors too. So yeah, Megan does a great job there. Go check them out. So, I mean, we can finally talk some Nebraska football now. I mean, that's what the damn ball is about. So we all saw this video this week. Scott Frost did something fun. He slid down a rail. Dude, I posted this meme the other day. If he says or does anything like with really anything, it could just be it could be absolutely nothing or just like something goofy like that. The media, especially in Nebraska, is just like, oh,
they flock to him. They worship him. It pisses me off. I saw that video and I was like, what a dweeb. And everyone else was like, I love him.
I don't mean to dox my sister, but even she, as like let's see, she's been graduated since 2018. She reposted the story and was like, I'm so excited for Nebraska football. I'm like, he's sliding down a pole.
And can we just talk about the slide? It wasn't good.
It was mid.
It was not. You got to get full push in the air the whole time you go down that thing. He went down like, what, 2 feet? He didn't even slide down the whole thing.
Is he really a chipper person like that, too, to slide down a railing? Like, that was so out of character.
Well, and I feel like it was, like, set up. Like, based on, like, when the video started and, like, he had to have known someone was there. I don't know.
I think it was real, but also I tweeted out, I said, Scott Frost does anything. And then I put sports media, semicolon. And then I just did the video of Kermit falling from a building like, oh my gosh! Like that's what they do. Like he does anything. Like he made the comment last week like, our offensive linemen are throwing up like this many times every practice, and it's like Barstool Sports like Nebraska's offensive line is throwing up like all the.
Why did they just because they're training so hard?
He was over exaggerating, but like I mean, in football, like the bigger players are gonna throw up sometimes just because like.
Right.
You got some heat for it though.
Yeah.
We get the most unnecessary publicity. Like,
I know.
It's never like anything good. Like, oh, they're running back looks really good. It's like,
right.
The players are throwing up.
Players are throwing up. Scott Frost is sliding down a pole, and Ronnie Green is wearing a kilt. That's all we get.
We need football now. We need an actual game
so
right now.
All right. Hopefully nothing embarrassing happens. Like, I don't know, we punt it into one of our own players or two players run into. I don't know.
I
We
s-
better have a flawless, non-embarrassing game.
I get we blew Northwestern out last year by like 7 touchdowns, but I see our fans like talking shit on Twitter. I'm like, dude,
Dangerous game.
we only won 3 games last year. We cannot talk
How many did they
at all.
Were they 500?
They were 3-9 as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is an incredible bowl game about to be played in Ireland.
No,
No,
this is basically a bowl game.
this is the NU Bowl in Ireland. But yeah, God, I hope we win. If we lose, I'm not wearing this shirt for like a while.
If we lose, I don't know what I'm gonna.
You're
do.
gonna transfer?
I might honestly. All of my friends from K State won't shut up about Adrian and keep sending me stuff.
Ooh,
and-
should we talk about that?
Yeah.
What time is it? I got class in 40 minutes. Okay, we got time. So, I think it's just funny. Like, okay, Adrian, like, he tried super hard here. I'm not gonna like knock him for that. But like the fact that like last year he played with a broken jaw last
Right.
year.
You're so right.
Okay, so Caroline's like, I'm ready to roast this man.
I
But no, to be fair, it's funny though because the K State fans like they'll talk crap to us, and it's like, dude, did you see what like we were the last 4 years? Are you like excited? Like,
They think they've got something else going though. They really think they've got something brewing with that kid, and you know what? Have fun. I hate that guy, but that's my own qualm, and that's fine. But I don't think they'll actually do as well as they're saying.
I hope he does well.
Do you mean that?
I feel like K-State's a good fit. I don't know if it's going to go well, but it'd be kind of cool if he played good.
Now he's positive. It makes me seem like it.
I'm always positive.
I will be happy for him when he wins a close game as a starting QB.
When they close out Kansas in the clutch time, you'll respect him.
That'd be pretty legit, man. I mean, Texas couldn't do it with Casey Thompson.
Oh.
Wait, at that point, wasn't he out of the game, though?
No, he did play with like a torn ligament in his hand last year. So I mean, who knows? I heard people like talk. I always talk about people on Twitter. People were saying like Chuba Purdy's better than Casey right now, but like
Is he?
I don't know. Casey's the starter because like it could be his last year. I don't know.
What?
This is all just like speculation.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens on Saturday.
What time's the game this Saturday?
11:30
11:30 a.m.
Central Time.
So like evening, Dublin time.
Oh, I thought you were saying evening here.
No,
Okay.
it'll be like what is it, like 5:30 Dublin time? I don't know the exact
Yeah,
difference.
it's close to 8 hours, I think.
Well, again.
Maybe it's like 6 hours difference from like Eastern time. I don't know. What do we think is gonna happen? I think we're gonna win by 17 points. There's a whole. So Big Ten Nebraska did a video where they talked to students. I was like the first person to pop up on their video.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out Daniel.
That was 2 days ago. I was walking to J school and they're like, hey, you want to be on this? I was like, all right, sure.
What was your prediction?
34-17.
Oh,
us.
I'm 34-20.
That's pretty close.
I don't know. I'm gonna say we're gonna do awful, and there's only gonna be a 10-point difference between us.
You say they win?
No, I'm saying we still win,
Okay.
but there's only a 10-point difference. I don't know. I just don't trust us yet. I need to see something before I can
Yeah.
blindly put a lot of points in between.
It's just
us.
going to be a weird atmosphere there, too, because it's going to be a bunch of Irish fans who don't really know much about football. I feel like it's going to be an odd vibe there.
That's what I'm like. Yeah, a lot of Husker playing, I think, has to do with the atmosphere, and with no atmosphere, that also doesn't give me much confidence.
We'll probably have more fans than them.
Oh,
just 'cause
definitely.
we travel way better.
Yeah.
But it still is probably going to be pretty hilarious.
It's
like, think
gonna.
about the crowd. Everyone's going to be wearing, like, just random
Kilts.
business casual, as they do over there.
The flat hats.
It's gonna be absolute
Golf
chaos.
clubs.
It's like old Nebraska fans, bougie Northwestern fans, and then like Irish people who are just there to drink Guinness. And then like honestly, the Nebraska Northwestern fans are only there to drink Guinness and watch their team.
That sounds.
So
fun.
I think it's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
The youngest person in the crowd will probably be like some Irish kid.
I can't wait
So-
to see the crowd shots.
Oh,
Dang.
you could probably be 18 there and drink.
Oh, true.
Yeah. It'll be Maybe it'll be a raucous crowd. No, you know how they have like the flares at the soccer games?
Oh yeah.
A flare starts.
We'll
going
just start
off
hearing
and
soccer chants the whole time.
That'd be sick.
That'd be awesome.
So-
Are they gonna do it again? Or what's
Next year, I think Notre Dame's playing there next year. So they're gonna try to make it like
embarrassing.
Yeah, boo.
I mean, they are the fighting
Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they haven't put the lines on the football field yet, so it's just a blank like green field.
When are they gonna do that?
They will eventually. But I made a joke. I was like, I commented on someone's video of the field. And I was like, it's just gonna be 60 minutes of run the damn ball, like a rugby game,
This is
basically.
like Oklahoma drill the entire game.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And they're just kicking field goals the whole time.
That'd
I
be
would
amazing.
pay to watch that though. I would fly there just to watch. If you watch football players play rugby, I'd be in on that. Because what's gonna happen to like a little punter? You get. That'd be so funny.
Oh god.
You want to watch that?
I'd watch.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're just like shooting stuff out there right now.
I would.
Do you have any fun predictions for the season?
Fun
Like
predictions.
Bold predictions, breakout players.
Breakout play. Okay, I have faith in our defense. They gave out black shirts today. They only gave them to guys who've been on the team for more than 1 year. So like the new players who've come in, like O'Shawn, he doesn't have one yet. But they gave out black shirts today. I mean, 3 of our 4 captains are defensive players. They announced those recently too. So I'm excited for our defense. I mean, they have fun. They hit hard, right? But like our offense, dude, I have no idea. I think supposedly Casey's like super dedicated and like focused, and like he wants to go to the NFL like next year. I mean, he's gonna be 24 during the school year, so like, dude, get out of here, bro. Go. Like, but I mean, dude, if okay, actually, I just thought about our offensive line. We're gonna go to a bowl this year. That's all I gotta say.
I think Casey's gonna play good. And I think Vokalek is gonna play good.
Yeah,
I'm hoping Alante Brown plays good.
I know we need him. What do we think?
You think a bowl game?
Our schedule was a lot easier than last year.
I know. I have no faith in this team anymore. Not no. I don't have no faith. I have very slight faith. I really don't think. I think it's going to be like 3 wins again.
I was telling Daniel last night, I was like, what if we beat Michigan, Iowa, and Oklahoma, but we lose to like Rutgers, Northwestern, and like Illinois?
I wouldn't put it past
That
us.
would be hilarious.
I think it's
We're going to
definitely
lose to Illinois.
possible. I feel like we're gonna lose to
We
Illinois
probably
too.
will.
Yeah, they whip out like 8 linemen and then they just run it. I'm like, dude.
And Daniel's like, oh, I should have went to Illinois.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, I think 3 wins tops.
I can see 500.
Yeah, we
Who
could.
knows what will happen?
See, I get my hopes up every year. And every year I'm like, this year's different. This is the first year I will not do that. I can't do it to myself again. I get too invested and then I just like cry after every game.
See, I'm positive, but I don't get too invested. Like, if we lose, I'm like, okay.
Last year I had no expectations, and like we went to the Illinois game together last year, week 0. It was actually super fun.
It was really fun.
That was a great trip. But we just were there to have a good time. I had no expectations for a football team. I was super excited, of course, but didn't go well. And then we just hung out in Illinois. We'd probably never be there again. So yeah, expectations. Hopefully go to a bowl. But also, like, as we get the video we did in the spring game, there's that girl you interviewed, and she said, we do good in the losing games.
That was my friend Morgan. She was my next door neighbor freshman year.
I want to post it on TikTok because I added, like, the Spice Adams, like, like, video. Oh, yeah. So, hopefully we can do better and, yeah, go to a bowl. That's it. Is that it?
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
great.
Run the damn ball. Thanks for listening.
I like how Caroline just cleared a Bumble notification on her phone. You looked at me, and then I was like, what? And then I looked down, I see your phone lit up, and I was like, is that a Bumble notification? I'm just sitting in the studio just trying to get to you, babe.
Oh my gosh. Who'd you send that to?
Please put it on your story. I don't think I want to go to bar anymore. I can't do it.
I do.
The thing is, though, is that I've been saying that for 2 months now, and I've been talked into it every weekend, and then I'm like, that was fun.
I'm just sitting in the studio trying to get to you, baby.
But the song's so dope, so my head. I wish you had haters in the comments. That'd be kind of fire.
I know it would.
I got
2 phones, one for the glove and one for the hose.
Oh, we're still recording.
Nice!